Okay, let's make some paste paper. I made some paste this afternoon with some expired whole wheat flour. It comes out brown and a little bit mottled. I cooked it up following the recipe. Rice paste and wheat starch paste give you a whiter, a little smoother, less chunky look, but it doesn't matter. It's just a different look. So I cooked it up following the recipe, let it cool. It forms a skin on top and is more thicker than this. And so then I added, after it cooled down, I added some cold water to it to make it thicker than cream, but not too runny. So it should feel kind of slimy to the touch. So now I'm going to add some of the paste. This is plenty of paste for a lot of sheets of paper, but I just followed the recipe. Now I'm going to add some of the paste to my paint and stir it up. The more paste you add, the more translucent the color. So that'll make a nice kind of ochre color. I'm just guessing at the quantity. Chelsea made up great paint and paper colors for us in each of our kits. So I'm using one of the kits. Any brush will do. This is such a forgiving medium. It's really fun. So I'd add more paste if I want this more translucent, but I'll figure out. I'll see how it is. Okay, so I got my colors. I'm going to make my paste paper on top of my cutting pad. So really anything that is smooth will work, waterproof and smooth. I'll start with the silver paper. And you want to stick the paper down with the capillary action of the water. So you get your paper totally wet. You can be pretty generous with the water as long as you don't slop it all over. Flip it over and then push out all of the bubbles. So there should be damp, the paper should be damp, stuck to the ground with the water. And it's going to fight you as it's accepting more water. So you just work with it until it's really just stuck down there, basically glued with the water. Push it down with the sponge. These smaller sheets are way easier to deal with than the big sheets. Get out the extra. Okay, so that's really stuck down there. I think I'll add some green. Ooh, this is kind of chunky. Okay, and I think I'm going to start with my favorite tool, the tile spreader. I think the paste is a little thick, so I'm just going to add a little bit of water. And if I work fast, I can just add more paste. Just give it a thin layer. If you don't like what you did, start over. I think I'm going to do one more try, add a little bit more water. I guess I want it a little bit thinner than that, and maybe I can work out some of those chunks of whole wheat. But it's all gonna dry on there. I don't think it's gonna, I'm not too worried that it's gonna be, there we go, that's a little smoother, there we go. That's pretty nice. Pick it up, put it on my piece of newspaper on the ground, and let it dry. Okay, it goes pretty quick, so clean up your work surface, grab another piece of paper. I think I'll try this dark one. Same thing, get your paper very wet. Flip it over. As the paper starts to stretch, that's when it starts to buckle. So you just continue to smooth it out with the sponge until it stops. And I'll try the kind of the ochre color now. And add some water to the paste. And I can add 2 colors or 3 colors at once. Start with a base. And let's see what this is, this is a bit of the mat board, and it creates some cool shapes if you drag through it. It's a little wet for the back of the paintbrush. This is a rubber ceramics rib. Give it some more shapes. I always think about just making a pattern, not a picture. Even the thick parts, they dry pretty flat. So I'm not too concerned about that. I think I'm going to start over for this one. I'm going to try the technique where the paste is pulled apart. We saw that on one of the books. I think I'm going to get a little bit thicker layer first. See how it works. Lay this dry sheet straight down. Stick it down a little tighter. But it's going to work good. Nice pattern on both. Great. Leave that one be as well. Very fast, very fun. Okay, one more. I'll try this. This is just white sketchbook paper. Get the whole thing wet. Flip it over. Make sure it gets stuck down. Okay, I'll try the green again. Might be a good idea to strain some of those bits of wheat flour out of here. I think it'd be fun to stamp some things. Any shape will stamp. How about that? That doesn't work so well. I think I need a darker color. I'm going to mix some paste with India ink, which I assume acrylic paint, India ink, you guys might have some of that, where you might not have some other things at home. So Gives me a darker color to work with. All right, now will the bottle actually it's a little thick, but it's giving kind of an interesting pattern. How about that bottom? That's pretty fun. All right. Anything else I want to do to that one? Let's see. I can maybe keep going. Maybe try some. All right. Purell paste paper.